What's up, Sagittarius? You already know December 2022, Celtic cross. This is your present self. Eight of Cups in the upright. If you're not a Sagittarius, feel free to apply this to your ninth house. Travel, wisdom, philosophy, higher education, law and religion, cross-cultural relations, learning, and ethics. This is your crowning. Don't worry, I'm going to go through all the cards that I show you. Again, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or wherever you want to apply it in your chart. If you're not a Sagittarius, you could apply this to your ninth house. If any of these categories ring a bell, feel free to apply. Travel, wisdom, philosophy, higher education, law and religion, cross-cultural relations, learning, and ethics. Okay, let's take a look at your crowning energy. Very interesting. Similarly, I believe for Aquarius, go and check the other readings, but this came out as your crowning energy. This I read as using the imbalance to your favor, trying to carve out new methods, trying to carve out new habits here. Okay, this is being very green, but going with it, not being afraid to bump into any of the rails or sidelines, so as to learn your boundaries. Not being afraid to rearrange your priorities either, Sagittarius, which I think is interesting here. Your present self energy is the Eight of Cups in the upright. Eights are about new beginnings. This is a moving away from a previously established structure. Could be an expectation, could be an emotional understanding, for example, of what you thought the holidays should be, what you think this time should be versus what it is. You're walking away from these previously established notions. And yeah, it could be sad at times, but with the caveat of you get to construct something to your liking. You get to construct something that is tailored to you in a new area or a new direction with new resources and supplies. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean physical relocation or travel, but again, off the back of a restructuring or a reordering of priorities here. I see what wasn't working, I see what was missing, I see why this didn't work. Let me try to take this forward, let me try to learn about this, let me not take this for granted. And that's all in the kind of movement of experience and the tradition of being better than we were before. In your past energy, you have the Hanged Man in the upright position. This is an energy of having that change of perspective, having that reflection, having that illumination, having that seeing the bigger picture moment here. Not all negative here at all with the Hanged Man in the position. But I do get a sense that you're going to have more of a freed up energy. You're going to have something that allows you to move from this hamstrung position and actually bring more movement emotionally in your life. Again, it doesn't have to be physical. It could be more so even relational. It could be career, things that you're moving away and replacing with things that are more reflective of where you're at now on your path. The Hierophant is your future energy. This is marriage, straight up. I mean, this is an energy of conflict as well with the number 5, but iron sharpens iron, This could be institution, this could be organization, this could be a company. First blush, yes, it's marriage, but it also represents a strict order. So this could be something that you find yourself falling in line with. This could be a new job, working for a law firm, something of this nature where you have to really kind of shape up or ship out, as they say. Their secret duck sauce is that there are some chapters that have yet to be written. There are storylines that still want to be added to. Okay. There are still things that need to be learned and understood as well, and that's actually to your benefit. You're going to see them unfold. This is experience and skill sets that can be acquired at this time. So to me, this says you have a lot of room for growth, in particular in the direction of your interest. Okay, we're not talking about things that you don't give a fuck about. We're not talking about things that you don't care about. We're talking about things that you're being drawn to by the callings of your heart, so to speak, if I could be poetic. What's anchoring you is this Five of Pentacles in the upright. Now, it could be read as what's keeping you back. Not going into the institution, or not going into the place of warmth. Not going towards the tradition, the institution. In this example, it's the example of a church or a monastery, something of this nature. It could be a building, professional building. But again, the anchors is a tricky position in my readings, because it could be anchoring like holding you back, or it could be anchoring like grounding you in a good way. Let's see if there's anything else I want to clarify this card. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. Very interesting. Very interesting. The Nine of Pentacles is clarifying the Five. Now, to me, I'm getting that the Nine doesn't, to me, seem like this kind of indoctrinated or structured person here. So what might be looking as a detriment now, in the future pays off. This is a wild and free person. This is about independence. Whereas I feel as though that maybe you're even contemplating going into institution or going into union as a result of doubt, self-doubt. But I feel as though this is actually suggesting that you continue to stay wild and free, so to speak. Now, I'm not saying, be a whore or be a fuckboy or don't have any scruples or morals or values, but this is more of a kind of self-reliance energy. What's like a oh no he didn't moment, or a bridge too far, as I like to call it, is the justice and the and the legal system. To me, I feel like this would be more so you becoming like a pawn in the system. I don't mean to be negative or bipartisan, if that's the right application of that word, but I feel as though this would be more so going against everything that you've been fighting for up to this point, which is to stay kind of wild and free and living by natural law, as opposed to the letter of the law, which can be somewhat, unjust in and of itself. So yeah, very much so an element of being wild and free, so to speak. The Ten of Cups in the reverse is what's not working for you. I feel as though that you really want this kind of... I feel as though that you are tired of being out of relationship, possibly, or not having that love that a lot of people dream of, or that harmony in your life here. Now, it's interesting because we're talking about natural law. The bird imagery does come up. This is more so like a primitive love, primitive union. How birds bond together and they have to be sold together because they're bonded. So I feel as though that you, in the future, you will, not so much through the legal system, but I do feel as though you'll find that person that you're supposed to bond with. And I think that that's showing up as, hey, look, I'm tired of not having all of this kind of fanciful stuff that I always see. But the key to that is that oftentimes the Ten of Cups without this kind of primitive, law of nature bond is paradoxically, pun intended and ironic all at once, flighty. It means it won't stay together. It'll be flighty. So I think that this is worth the wait. Okay. What is working for you? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Not responding to, things that you're not interested in, people that you're not interested in, offers that you don't see having any real substance or value. Your ally is the Hermit card. So maybe continuing on your journey solo dolo. 9 has been a strong point in this reading with the 9 of Pentacles here. Moving, in your own divine timing. Still seeking out mysteries, still seeking out new lands and territories proverbially. It doesn't have to be externally, but it can be within yourself, the depths of your solitude. Finally, your outcome is the Queen of Pentacles here. This is an energy of home and hearth. This is your financial reward at the end of the rainbow. On some grown experienced stuff here. Okay, harnessing and channeling over time. This comes across more so as like a first season, still having to cross the finish line and overcome all the obstacles and tribulations to get here. So getting here is a sign of experience and expertise in and of itself, but this is making a life out of it. This is Lord, reminds me of the duck sauce, where yes, you got there, but this is only season 1, baby. You were getting the writers together. You were getting the pilot shot. You were getting we're talking like Seinfeld, like 10 seasons. So much to grow and learn within that, span of time. So to me, I just feel as though that this is only the beginning, no matter all the kind of, and this is an energy of Capricorn Sagittarius, by the way. As far as you've come, it's still only the beginning, and there's still so much to learn and go, which I think is just a beautiful, kind of marvelous incentive to keep on going, Yes, you have moments and experiences, but you've come so far, and don't for one moment forget that part of the history that you have to continue to add to, through your legacy, because it's going to be pretty. You have such quality here is what I'm getting. Very lovely. Alright guys, it's an honor and a privilege to read for you guys. Light and love. Reach out for one-on-one. All my stuff is in the bio or the description box. Crazy here, don't care. Love you guys. Peace.